Hi, Paul here. This tutorial we're going to discuss image resolution. Image resolution is all about image clarity. It's also about the amount of information that's contained in an image. Let's consider these two images now. They're both the same image, and I'll just pull that off there so we can bring them up side by side. The image on the left is at a higher resolution than the image on the right. And you can tell just by looking at them. The image on the left, the detail is nice and crisp. The lines are nice and smooth. And the colour is nice and smooth and continuous as well. Whereas if we take a look at the image on the right, you can see that the lines are quite hairy. In fact, they're quite jagged. And the colour tone itself is slightly mottled as well. Let's just take a moment to zoom up a little bit on both of these images. So I'm going to use the magnifying glass, and I'm going to magnify a section in here. And same with the image on the right. I'll just drag that down using the spacebar. Now, both of these images have been zoomed up to roughly the same area. And even though I've zoomed up the one on the left, you can still see that the lines are still quite crisp. There's good colour, continuation of colour in here. By that I mean the colour runs smooth from one shade to the next. Whereas the image on the right, you can see each individual pixel. This is because this image here has been set up for printing, whereas this one here has been set up for display on the internet. Let's take a further look. So the image on the left, if I say image size, you'll see that I have cropped the image to 4 inches wide by 5 inches high, but I'm using a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. 300 pixels per inch is what you use for printing. By that I mean if I want to print something out on my printer, or I take it to a service bureau to be reproduced as a photograph, I must use 300 pixels per inch for image clarity. On the other hand, if I look at the image on the right, image size, you can see that this image has the same dimensions, 4 by 5 inches, but the resolution has been set to 72 pixels per inch. And the reason you use 72 pixels per inch for display on the internet is because that is the highest resolution that it can display at. So it's important that you get your dimensions right. And it's also important that you display at 72 pixels per inch, because when people have to wait for an image to load up on the internet, a 300 pixel per inch image is going to take a lot longer to load than a 72 pixel per inch image. Let's display these at normal size. View, actual pixels. View, actual pixels. Okay, and the way this one on the right has been displayed is that is the maximum size that you can display it at for image quality. Whereas this one here, you can see I can zoom in and zoom in to quite a distance before the image starts to break up. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to zoom into this image on the left and see how far we can zoom in before the image starts to break up, and it's starting to break up now. Look how far I can go in before I start seeing, before I see the pixels compared to this one on the right. So you can see there's a big difference. So make sure you choose the right resolution for the application that you're using it for. 300 for print, 72 for the internet.